Alright, so today we're going to be making a dark trap beat with some Chopin chords. I got the shades on. I'm all good to go. Um, so these chords, I stole them from a guy on YouTube who said that he stole them from Chopin, who wrote a ton of piano music. He was a composer, wrote classical music, but his chords can very easily be applied to trap music. Because, a good chord progression is a good chord progression at the end of the day, right? So for our chords, we got C minor, F minor, B flat, and G minor. Alright, so here's what our chord progression sounds like. And we want to make this darker right off the bat. And one way to do that is just to take everything down a little bit. So we're going to change the key to a slightly lower one. So now instead of C minor, we got it down here in B flat minor, which is a little darker, Alright, so the next thing we do is forget the piano. We're not actually going to be using just a straight up piano. That would be quite boring, especially for trap music. So I got it doubled here on two synths. One I have panned right, one I have panned left. This one is just kind of a plucky thing to give us the downbeat of the chords. And then it's doubled with this kind of ethereal pad just to really make it unique, fill it out. So those are our chords. That's basically going to be like if we were making this with a loop, that would be the sample. The next thing I want to do is add some drums. So here's our drum pattern. Pretty simple. We got almost all a two-step hi-hat pattern with just a couple of extra notes drawn in. We got, just basic kick and claps on beat 3 with a little intermittent snare in there. And we don't even have any perk. This is very just bare bones. You don't want your drums to be too complicated on trap because you want to leave a lot of room for ad-libs, different vocal stuff. Just let the artist do their thing. So here's what this sounds like with the drums. Alright, so usually when I'm making a beat, the next thing I add is the 808. So I like to add a little riser going into my 808. So here's what that sounds like. And for the 808, I basically just copied the low notes, but in our chord progression, the last one is an inversion, which means the root note isn't on the bottom, but I made it on the bottom for the bass because it just sounds better that way. What can I say? Alright, and then for our first melody, this is what I stole this from some classical piece. I don't know what it is exactly, but I like to have my first melody come in with my 808 because it's just more dramatic. And why not? If we're going to have multiple melodies stacked anyway, why not just have it all come in? So this is definitely, I would call this a melodic trap beat because we got two melodies going. And yeah, so when you're stacking melodies like this, you want to mess around with panning. So you see this one I have panned to the left a little bit. This one is like pretty hard right. You don't want them to get in the way of each other, and that goes for the notes too. Like you'll see this one is just all kind of straight notes, while this one has different variation. Like both of these are serving different functions to fill out the beat and just add different melodic things to it to keep it interesting and just make it sound good. So yeah, I mean, we got kind of one verse here, a little bit of a breakdown, and then everything all comes in at the end.